All I ever wanted was a sister black beat.
Alright guys, this is a special outdoor edition of Pacific Southwest. It's your host Dehrik. I'm with my man Thien.
What's happening?
We are headed to Mission Creek. Today what are we fishing for? We're fishing for crappie.
Some panfish.
Some panfish.
Occasional largemouth bass.
Occasional largemouth bass. I've only caught 2 or 3 fish since I moved in the 3 years that I've been up here in Oregon. And they've been because of this guy. What were we catching that day? Rainbow trout?
Yeah.
Up in Vernonia. So hopefully we get some action with these small fish. We'll be back.
One cast. I'm gonna get it fast. I cooked 2-pounder. Little baby bull shad.
Swim bait right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
These are my favorite.
Collection. Master. Made it to the spot. We got tons of blooms on the water. Show you guys in a second when we get around there. Sponsored by Guggen Baits. That'd be dope. Oh shit, look at this. Carcasses. For a second, I was like, yo, these leaves look crazy.
It's all crappy. Oh, some big ones too. Yeah, that one's fucking fat.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fat.
You can do it.
All the way down there is clear. Damn, it's so
All right, so we made it to the lake. Now Thien is setting up. Thien, what exactly are you doing?
a slide bobber.
Setting up a slide bobber setup. So what you got there?
You got a bobber stop, which is this knot right here.
Okay.
Like, trim that a little bit, and then you can change the depth however much you want by just sliding this knot. You got a bead to protect the knot. Got your little bobber here. And get this through.
That line that you have on there, that's braided line?
The white line, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 20 pound.
Okay.
I do have 12-pound fluoro for my other one.
One of the main purposes of this segment, oh, I got something bubbling right here. Oh yeah, got something hitting the surface. I don't know what it is, but we working. Is to promote diversification in the outdoors. It should be available to everybody. And I personally haven't had any issues with, I guess you could say, prejudice or, you know, any like racially fueled negative instance in the outdoors. There's a guy, Chad Brown, who I just recently listened to a podcast from, who he has this thing called Soul River, and it's basically to promote diversification in the outdoors. Thien, let me ask you, have you ever had an incident like what I just said, like in any of your experiences fishing or doing anything outdoors?
With boats, yeah, and when you're fishing next to a bunch of people for like a really prized fish like salmon,
Mm-hmm.
there's some entitled people that think they own the water, and sometimes they base it off race as well. Like, oh, we live in America, this is my water, or something like that. they don't care. They think minorities don't know how to sue people and stuff like that, so they take advantage of it because there's like a lot of fishermen who are second language English and stuff like that, so they don't know how to do like entitled people kind of like assume like they don't know how to deal with like legal stuff.
No.
Even though it's like the entitled person's fault. Say like a boat catches a salmon, right? And some other person in another boat literally drives over their line and gets it stuck in their propeller. Then why is the other boat blaming the person with the fish on the line? Like, why are they blaming them for them like driving over their line?
Right. Right.
Stuff like that. And they're like, screw you, this and that. It's like, you got in my way. It's like, no, you drove over my line, and now my $400 fish is at stake and stuff like that. And they'll cut your line. And they'd be like, what are you gonna do about it? Because they're on a boat and they're somewhere else, right? They can just drive away. So it's like, there are people.
Yeah, well, like, so it's like, I mean, boats have license plates, essentially.
Boats also have license plates is on the back.
I know my dad, he's, people look at me and obviously I'm mixed, but my dad, he's from Alabama and he's like, he's like dark tone. And he's had to pull his gun on people, or almost had to pull his gun on people on the lake just because, people pull up on him, entitled people, and they're like, what are you guys doing in my fishing hole? It's just like, bro, this is not your lake. This is not your fishing hole,
You can fish any public water as long as there's no sign.
It's crazy. All right, so we got the setup complete. Let me take the camera off. Get a little closer. Brand new clips are crazy. All right, so we got the
slide bobber.
Slide bobber right here. We got the bobber stop right here.
That's the bead. Yep, that's the
bead.
stop that protect the knot. So when it slides right there, it's gonna stop. Right. So you can change your depth. Right now we're at about We're about 6 feet. You measure with your rod. This is 6'6", right? We're at 6 feet, and you can change this depth to however deep you want. And like doing this with panfish, it's really good practice for when you do spring chinook, when they're in like 12 feet of water. You can gauge that to 12 feet depth and stuff like that. Same for steelhead, but usually steelhead's like fixed bobbers, right? You don't have to go that deep, but stuff like that. So fishing panfish with slide bobbers or just fixed bobbers, it's a really good way to practice for bigger fish like steelhead.
Oh, okay. I had it. This is the stop.
Yeah.
This is the stop. This little knot right here, and then this bead right here. You got
Protects the knot. Yep.
Yeah, you got a bead on both ends.
You have
got a
inline weight.
Inline weight.
Yep.
And then we got some. What is this? 4 pound mono on there?
Yeah, 4 pound fluoro.
Or fluoro, sorry.
And since we're fishing small fish, 4 pounds enough, right? 6 pounds a little bit too much. 4 pound, keep the presentation visible, and then just an octopus hook. Doesn't really matter. Just something to keep the worm on.
See night crawlers in the air. We don't need much. We only need like half. It's kind of gory, but yeah. As far as you can. Try to run it up that hook. Oh, that thing exploded, dude. And run it up a little bit over the line, so when the fish try to take it, they don't short strike it and take the tail. The line, so when they bite it, usually they strike the tail, either tail, but they have to take the hook with it, so.
You'll know that it's working correctly if that bobber sits straight up. If that bobber is laying like this, you're too deep.
Okay.
So you gotta make sure that bobber is standing straight up. And you should only see orange, so. I'm gonna cast this out. And I hook a brush. We'll need to cast hard because we have a bobber set up. Just cast kind of soft. See how that bobber straight up?
Straight up and down.
Now, when it's standing straight up, it means that bobber stop is on it and that weight is pulling it down. That's why it's sitting straight up and down. And every 20-30 seconds, all you're gonna do is pull it maybe a couple feet and then drop it. And reel in a little bit. But then when that bobber goes down, reel to tighten up your line a little bit and set the hook. You don't have to do it too hard because there's small fish.
Mm-hmm.
But with like steelhead, steelhead and salmon, a little bit harder. So because they're
over
jaws,
there.
Yeah, their jaws are a little bit more harder to get into.
Oh. First cast jitters. Got out the way. Sitting at a cool 58 degrees out here in what you're saying technically St. Paul. This is the Pacific Southwest Outdoor Report. That is a Stellar's J. No, it's a, yeah, it is. I'm pretty nice with the birds. All right, so we just got our first little nibble. I missed it. Hopefully we can make a recovery here soon. Let's see. Oh, there we go. They snatching on it. Come on, you know you want it. Whoa, that was almost it. That was almost it. All right, we're at spot 2. As you can see, the water is a lot clearer. Still working with the worm. Fish on. You got fish on.
Yeah, we got a snitch on. That's what.
There we go.
You're gonna be
First fish of the day.
the bass.
Got a smallie?
It's a weird looking smallie.
Is it?
It's a largie.
Ah. Yeah. We're on.
But here he is.
Yeah.
It's a largie. He's kind of brown though.
Let me hold it a little closer.
It's not really that green. It's pretty brown.
There we go.
For the release, boys. Oh, there he goes. Peace.
All right, so battery's dying. So last little clip while we're out here on the lake. Thien had the only official catch. I've had 2 get about 5 or 6 feet from the bank and jump off. I've got the most bites. Thien has the catch. We're salty because
I'm pretty salty.
we're just feeding these fish today, giving them worms.
Yeah, well, we got 20 more to go.
So hopefully we can get some footage of one more catch while we're out here for y'all. Pacific Southwest Outdoor Report out. All right, here it is.
Hey,
Talked it up.
here we go.
Talked it up in his freaking
It's kind of tragic though.
eye holes, son.
Fuck.
Ah,
You got whammed.
second catch of the day.
Time to go, Gilly. Yeet. Fuck.
Yes, sir.
Dude, your voice just echoed throughout the whole
Thank you, Thien.